First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Akakodash, the honors to the apostles and the elders that do rule at Griffin Stone. Peace and salutation to the Akim out there pushing His gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom to you, humble and sincere sisters out there as well. Alright, this lesson will be entitled Don't Trust These Women. And this lesson will be twofold. This lesson will be dealing with physical women and also doctrines and philosophies. You understand? Because strange women, that is scriptures. When the scriptures sometimes talk about a strange woman and all these things, it's twofold. You read it in Proverbs, right? Okay, talking about the physical, we're also talking about it from a spiritual aspect, as I say, referring to these different philosophies and so these religions, these ideologies, right? These doctrines of men. Don't trust them. Don't deal with them. Don't trust them. Right? Take heed. Take heed. Right? And separate thyself from them. On a spiritual level. Right? Understand that these women out here, understand this wisdom out here is darkness. It is vain and it is darkness. Right? Now get into it. Book of Sirach chapter 25 and verse 13. It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Say that, give me any plague except the plague of the mind, right? Because you really look and observe, like in relationships, however the case is, whenever a man and a woman split, who feels it the most? Who feels it the most and who feels it for a longer duration? The man, right? Because men love in a different way than women do, right? I'm not gonna say women do have the capability to love, right? But men love very differently from women. You understand? And a lot of these women out here, they play, right? They trick men, they beguile them, they use them for their possessions, for their riches, for their vehicles, for whatever they could get from them, and then they throw them to the side, right? Because that is the power society has given these women, right? They commit adultery against you, right? That a man, the life of a man will work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12-hour shifts, 6 days a week, right? And completely sacrifice his life just so that his woman could be comfortable, just so his woman and his children could be comfortable, and he wouldn't complain. Sad. He'll do it gladly, because that is what the love of a man to a woman could do, right? That is how deep men love, right? And a woman would not do the same. Majority of, I'm not gonna say all, majority of these women would not do the same. You understand? Because a man would be doing all that, and he come home to a dirty house, right? Sink full of ways and nothing cooked, and it's just in a state, right? Because days what these women offer, nothing, right? They say you desire any plague but that. They say any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, right? Because when you do something lawfully, you deal with another woman, these women gonna tell themselves that they get revenge, and they gonna wanna have sex, right? And actually commit adultery. And they ain't gonna commit adultery with nobody else in it. It's gonna be so planned that when you find out your ego, not necessarily your ego, but your self-esteem, your confidence, your everything had a shatter. So they wanna have sex with somebody who richer, or somebody who more good looking, or somebody who have a better car, or who have a better job, or better than you in face value, or they might go and have sex with your brother or your cousin or your best friend, right? People you trust, men, other men that you trust, and this is what they do, right? So that it could inflict that much pain to completely destroy you for doing something lawfully, right? So it said any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Now jump to verse 17 instead of verse 16. It said, "I rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth." Right? Because that is true. These women, hey, sometimes, you see an attractive female, right? And as soon as you begin to speak to said female, all the beauty seems to fade away because the insides are ugly, right? The insides are dried up, the insides are hell, and that hell begins to spew out upon their face, and you see their ugliness when you hear the garbage that they speak. Verse 19, it says, "All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her." Right? All wickedness is little to the wickedness of women. Right? Whether it be in their sorcery, they work in sorcery to trap men, they work in sorcery to bring back men, they work in sorcery upon their children, and to take a man's possession, or they have multiple men and they're using all of them for their own needs, or wherever the case is, right? You ever sit down and listen, because sometimes, on my job or some, among family, right? And when women come together and they speak, and you just so happen to be there in the midst, not necessarily in the conversation, but in the midst, and you listen to the things that these women, the advice that they have for each other, is the dumbest shit you will ever hear, right? The dumbest shit you will ever hear, until the ring on your finger, you can have sex with whoever you want to, right? There's advice like that. That is truly advice. So an older woman telling a younger woman that is the advice that you have for the generation to come. That as long as a ring on your finger, you could have sex with whoever you desire. And both are agreeing. The book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Say, "Never trust thine enemy." Yeah, and these women are your enemy. Believe it or not, because all things that are contrary to Yahweh Shem Yahushai are the enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. These women, the majority of them, the vast majority, right, are wicked as hell. So he said, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness." You see, iron will always rust, right? It will always rust. These women will always be wicked in this kingdom. Say, though he humble himself and go crouching, so even though they pretending to be sweet and kind and generous and it's all love and all them kind of stupidness, they say, yet take good heed and beware of him, right? Never ever let your guard down with women, with family, with nobody. You understand? With nobody. Never let your guard down. Don't let nobody catch you slipping out here. Right? It said, take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. You understand? And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So when you use these scriptures, bro, and you apply this to your life, and you using your perspective, aligning to this perspective of the word, these people are gonna become transparent. You're gonna see through them. So even though they pretending that shit sweet, you're gonna be able to see directly through them and see that rust, right? So these women out here, when they come, women use their looks, right? They use their looks to lure men. You understand? That shit not gonna work, because you're going to be able to see through that. You understand? Right? I'll read Sirach 9 verse 2. It says, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. Give not thy soul, give not thy life, I'll bring up Proverbs 31 and 3 before that. Alright, Proverbs 31 and 3. Give not thy strength unto woman, nor thy ways to that which destroyed kings. You understand? Give not thy strength unto these females out here. Right? Don't give these women your heart. Don't give these women your heart. Right? Because that's your mind. You understand? That is your mind. You giving these women that. When they destroy you, they're destroying what? Then your mind, right? They're destroying your mind. They're breaking you down inside they're breaking down your system from the inside, which will proceed to affect your entire life. You understand? Who going through the bank and can't eat and don't want to drink nothing and don't want to do nothing and just want to lie down all day and don't want to see nobody, and all that hell could be avoided by what? Not giving them thy strength. Verse 2, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance, to not have control over you and your possessions, whatever it may be. Right? Don't give these women that ability. Verse 3 say, meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. You understand? So these philosophies out here, you understand? Don't associate yourselves too much with that, right? And temptation on a whole. Don't put yourself in a tempting situation where you might possibly fall. Why would you even talk to a woman that have a husband? If she's a beautiful woman, whatever the case is, right? Why would you even talk to this said woman? And if she invite you to she house, why would you even go? Right? Because you might tell yourself, I'll go and I wouldn't do nothing but that dumb as hell. Right? Because you putting yourself in a snake's pit, believing that you are not about to get bitten, and you are about to get bitten. You understand? You ain't gonna leave the snake pit unbitten. You understand? Verse 6, it says, give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance. Right? And what is your inheritance? Our inheritance is the kingdom of the Heavenly Father. And just as King Solomon, right, that was true, this lesson is twofold. Because what was his mistake? Was it the fact that he had hundreds of women? No. His mistake was that he started to believe the doctrines of these women that he loved. You understand? He loved them. He gave his soul unto them. He gave his strength unto them. And what did that lead him? That his inheritance was lost. His inheritance was lost. Right? Because he gave himself to these philosophies that these women taught him. Just like Adam. Just like Adam. He gave his strength to Eve. He loved Eve. He gave his strength. He gave his desire. You understand? He gave all these things to Eve. And what did she do? She used it against him and took away his inheritance and took his substance and caused him to lose his immortality. Verse 8, it says, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for herewith love is kindled as a fire. So don't look upon they say to turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman. Look not upon what another's beauty. You understand? So don't look at nobody wife. Right? As always, I doesn't even want to speak to men wife. Much less look at them, much less be in the midst of them. You understand? Just and not just brothers but acquaintances in the world, because that to create no kind of offense. You understand? And I had that utmost respect for the man. But don't look, you can't be talking to men wife like if it's a cool scene, and it's a flirting. That's like madness. Right? They say many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. Have been, hey, you're thinking, she's single, whatever the case is, and she's lying. Or, and hey, even if you was to do something, you're the most get her mercy because you didn't know. But it's better to find out. Better to invest, because, hey, look not upon them when they are serpents. You understand? You gotta decipher and you gotta search and seek, before you do anything. Right? Alright, last precept here, Proverbs 5 verse 3. It says, for the lips of a strange woman, right? Now, this strange woman, I say, it could be physical and it could be, whether it be philosophy or a doctrine. It says, for the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. Right? These, our city in Trinidad, right? Not just one, they're all over the place, alright? And they'll be handing all these flyers, right? These Hindus and handing all these flyers, they prosperity, riches, get your family back together, this, done, that, and all kind of thing, right? And enticing you, right? Because they know the stage Jake in, right? So they're handing all these flyers in hopes that they could trap you and bring you to their church, right? And then you gonna have to pay them for prosperity that you mightn't even receive, but that is just part of the trap. Right? When these people like with gospel and all these things, they trap people like that as well. Music, right? For example, they look at Islam when they recite in the Quran, right? They have good voices, they have amazing voices, and that alone has the ability to trap people, because they hear that, right? They see the way, or they might see the way that they live, the peaceful way that they live. They look at the mosques, how they interact with one another, some of their values, right? Reciting the Quran, that whole scene, right? It might look like a nice religion, not knowing it's idolatry. You understand? Christianity too. All this singing and dancing, and everybody happy and joyous in the church, right? That's enticing as well, And I say what? The lips of a strange woman drop as honeycomb. When Esau was telling these people about this poison to put in their bodies and calling it a cure, no, it can't offer no immunity, right? So when he gonna come with the MOTB, how is his words going to drop? Smoother than butter. You understand? Smoother than butter. That is how Esau's words going to drop. He himself, the whole nation, they are a strange woman. They say her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps take hold of hell. You understand? Proverbs 2:16. Then to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words, which forsaketh the guide of her youth, and forgetteth the covenant of her power. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. You understand? So beware of these women out here, and beware of the philosophies of this world. And with that, hope this lesson was edifying. Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakodash. Shalom.